Hey there, and welcome. So, does your morning ever start with that frantic buzz of the phone and just a wave of anxiety? If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to walk through a really simple, gentle way to turn all that chaos into a quiet, purposeful start to your day. Let's dive in. This quote right here, this is pretty much the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. It poses such a powerful question, right? Are we starting our day living for the endless scroll and what everyone else wants from us? Or are we living for something more? This whole routine is about making that choice, right from the moment you wake up. You know, so many of us have that same muscle memory. The alarm rings and our hand just automatically reaches for the phone. This section is all about making a small but really profound shift from mindlessly scrolling to see what the world wants to mindfully seeking what our day is really meant for. And this just lays it out so perfectly, doesn't it? It shows the difference in how those two mornings feel. That reactive start, the one where the phone is in charge, it just leaves you feeling distracted, anxious, and totally overwhelmed before you've even had a cup of coffee. But an intentional start, that creates focus, peace, and purpose. It's a completely different energy to carry with you. Okay, so how do we actually start building that intentional morning? Well, the first step is maybe the simplest, but it's also the most important. It's all about dedicating those very first quiet moments of the day to a spiritual connection before all the noise of the world comes rushing in. Now, there's this really beautiful principle called first fruits. This isn't about giving God the leftovers, the scraps of your time and energy at the end of a crazy day. It's about intentionally offering the very first and the very best part of your day as an act of trust and really as an act of worship. And here's what's so crucial to remember. This is not about checking a box off some spiritual to-do list. Not at all. Some days it might be a really deep Bible study. Other days, it might just be sitting quietly with a psalm and talking to God like you would a friend. The whole point is a genuine connection, a relationship, not just a rigid ritual. A verse just like this one can be such a wonderful anchorer for that quiet time. It's a reminder that every single day is a fresh start, that it's filled with new mercies. It just sets this beautiful tone of gratitude and faithfulness right from the very beginning. All right, so next up, let's see how this routine keeps building. After we've spent a moment nourishing our spirit, the focus turns to caring for our physical body. And it's all about reframing this, not as vanity, but as a really vital part of our spiritual practice. This idea of stewardship is such a powerful mindset shift. It basically suggests that taking care of our physical health, our energy, our strength, it isn't just for us. It's about being a good steward of this amazing gift we've been given so that we're better equipped to serve and do the work we're called to do. And again, this doesn't have to be some intense, hour-long workout. Seriously, it can be as simple as splashing cold water on your face, putting on some sunscreen, doing a gentle stretch, or just taking a quick walk outside. These are small, totally achievable acts of care. Okay, so from caring for ourselves, we kind of expand outward to caring for our environment. This next phase is all about transforming what a lot of us see as just mundane chores into an opportunity for peace, and maybe even for praise. I love this slide because it captures the idea so perfectly. On the left, you've got chores as we usually see them, a burdenous, rushed, mindless task. But with just a little shift in perspective, that same act of tidying can become a form of mindful worship. It can be peaceful, intentional, and a way to create a calm space that honors God. So how do you actually make that shift happen? Well, here's a brilliant, super simple tip. Just change the atmosphere. Put on a worship playlist that you love, or listen to an encouraging podcast while you put away the dishes or wipe down the kitchen counters. It can turn the task into a completely different experience. So, we've walked through these core ideas: connecting with God, stewarding our bodies, and resetting our space. Now let's bring it all together and talk about how you can craft this into a routine that actually works for your life. This slide is a fantastic summary of the 4 pillars. First, you seek connection. Then, you steward your body. Next, you reset your physical space. And finally, you set your intention for the day by asking God for His priority and aligning your plans with a purpose that's bigger than just your to-do list. In this right here is such a crucial point. Please hear this. This is not some rigid formula that you have to copy perfectly. Your version might be 15 minutes long. It might be an hour long. It might look totally different from someone else's. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is simply to create a quiet, intentional space where you can connect and listen. And so we'll end with this simple but really powerful question. After that quiet connection, the stewardship, and the reset, this is what sets the entire trajectory for your day. It shifts your whole focus from what do I have to do to what am I called to do? It's such a simple question, but it can truly change everything. Thanks for spending this time with me today.